How's it going, everyone? Been a minute since I recorded a video, so thought I would do one. Now I know probably one of the reasons why I haven't recorded in a week or so. Just been busy, work, personal life. Honestly, just I haven't really prioritized recording a video. I know there's a lot of topics on my mind. Pull out of the parking lot here, but I just got out of a doctor's appointment. I think one of the last car ones I did was a doctor's appointment, talked about living with a chronic illness. Well, part of that is doing some procedures, and today I had a bone marrow biopsy to check on some different counts. I did record a video maybe a week ago or so. And my issues, technology, the audio did not take. So hopefully this time we don't have that same experience. So hopefully we'll see. But the main thing I want to talk about really is just enjoying your life. Life's short. Right, it could be even shorter. For my case, it will probably be shorter than most, and I don't want to make this a Debbie Downer moment at all. But get on the right track. But ultimately, I feel fine, feel good. But with my blood counts and being a little anemic, I guess I could be a little bit more fatigued than usual. But with having this JAK2 mutation and blood clotting issue, got a clot and an enlarged spleen, and then of course it could lead to myelofibrosis. That's what we're checking on, make sure the disease hasn't progressed, and feeling to do something. My biggest concern is just the enlarged spleen and getting hit and getting it ruptured, right? So taking all the precautions I can. So got a couple other follow-up appointments, but travel for work this week, and the following week I'm going on a golf trip, going down the Augusta, down to the female amateur rounds at the Masters. So my buddy got some tickets, so that's good. So but yeah, life's short, enjoy it. I think from my perspective with some of this here lately, it's just like I'm just I wouldn't say I'm more abrasive. I'm just a little bit more honest with people and things. Can definitely be, especially when it comes to women and dating and stuff. And I know the social media thing and doing the detox is good. It's like I really miss it, really. And it's like I'm in it for people that also give me equal and added effort as well. The last video I tried to record was just get off your ass, do something, right? Don't sit in front of the TV, get sucked in on your phone, right? My parents kind of follow in that rat race a little bit of just having their routines, and it's like when they call me like, hey, what are you doing there? They want to talk, and that's cool, but I'm always busy. I'm out in the garage. Like last night, I was out in the garage until 9 o'clock. Probably not the smartest thing at times on work nights, but I like to be busy. I like to do things. I don't really sit in front of the TV and watch a lot. I have a hard time. I can watch a show, but I'd rather do something interactive. I've been watching a couple different shows, an episode here, episode there, saving it for maybe a plane ride that I have in a couple days. But get out and do something, enjoy life, smell, touch grass, smell the air. You never know, tomorrow's never granted, right? You could be healthy today, and the next thing you know, you're in the hospital, ICU, or you have an accident and you tragically pass away. So you never know, right? So this chronic illness since 2018 I've been battling. I really physically don't feel any different. Hopefully the bone marrow comes back the same. I'm obviously not looking for improvement because that's just not going to happen, but being minorly different or the same is what I'm shooting for. Will it? Maybe, maybe not. It is what it is, I guess. You can't really do anything about it besides sucking it up and you know, living your day, each life, right? Enjoying yourself. You know, I'm not in a state where I'm gonna sell all my stuff and move to Thailand, right? I can't really do that. I have, you know, other family, and I have a daughter, right, to take care of. So a lot of the stuff I'm doing not only for myself, but obviously for her, right? And hopefully, you know, you meet a significant other that will be there to support you, right? And ironically, you know, my ex-wife's pretty supportive and keeps updates with me. We got a good relationship, and I think I've talked about on a different video, right? Co-parenting is good, but maintaining a decent relationship is always good, as long as it doesn't cross the line, right, where there's any kind of like jealousy or anything like that with the current husband. And I don't know, I don't really have a topic for today. Just kind of just rambling, right? You know, I've wrote some topics down. It's just, you know, anybody who has recorded themselves about this stuff is always a little bit difficult. You know, I'm better at talking about my profession and my work life on videos than I am like personal life or any advice, right? I don't think I'm old enough, experienced enough to really give good, adequate advice. I mean, I have given a little bit of advice here of just like, you just enjoying your life, and, you know, don't sweat the small stuff and only worry about the things you can control, right? We've all heard that, yada yada yada, you know. So there's nothing really that different. And you're not going to hear from anybody else that's on here, right? Maybe it's just, you know, this is not edited. This is just raw, me talking, right? I think we get away with everything is sanitized when it comes to even YouTube videos. It's already sanitized when it comes to just general media on TV, right? But when it comes to YouTube, and you got all these creators, you got AI, right? Sometimes maybe you want a little bit of human touch. I think that's kind of what I'm doing. I don't know. A vlog, maybe someone sees this years down the road when I'm long gone, or maybe for my daughter. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. You know, I like to talk about dating because I've always struggled with dating. Struggled in marriage. Struggled in many aspects of my life, right? And I've probably talked about that a little bit. And I would, you know, struggling is, for one, is different for another, right? I mean, I'm saying that from a, you know, first world problem, not a third world problem, right? So definitely could be worse, but it does get better, you know. And if it doesn't get better, it's not the end yet, right? So yeah, just enjoy things. I mean, one thing that I've tried to do a little bit less is just manage anger a little bit better. Try to, and it's not really anger with like other people, but just like family, specifically my dad's very overbearing, especially right now since this, you know, diagnosis of the myeloproliferative neoplasm issue. You know, just calling all the time, checking in, asking how I'm doing. It's just like, you know, I've tried to set some boundaries. It's just he's not going to change, and it's fine. But thing is, just got to keep. You can't curl up in a ball and cry about anything, right? You got to keep self-improving. Like, I'm still going to go to the gym, I'm still going to golf, I'm still going to go on the boat, I'm still going to enjoy life. Right? I feel fine. Right? Could I feel better? Maybe. I don't know. I've had this for so long. I don't know what better would feel like, to tell you the truth. You know, could I feel worse? Oh, I'm sure I could feel a lot worse, right? So I really don't get sick that often, so that's pretty common. I don't do that, but man, talk about some shitty ass weather. Fuck. God. You know, I don't even know why. I you know, the Midwest. Well, I love it, but I hate it at the same time. You know. Go from sunny to snow to rain to earthquakes to fires. I don't really know, but again, like I said, I'm just kind of rambling on this one. I haven't had a video session. You know, when you drive, you know, I listen to different podcasts or books or music, and it's like, yeah, you know, it's a good opportunity to just turn the camera on, you know, do a video, put it out there. People may not like it. People may like it. I don't know. I have a hard time. I've really probably grasping people to stay in and watch anything. You know, I'm not that entertaining. pretty boring, to tell you the truth. Pretty average. You know, you can talk about that a little bit too. Probably reason why I'm single is because I'm not, you know, I'm pretty vanilla. I feel like every time I'm not vanilla, I definitely get in trouble. At least, probably not with the law, but just like mentally with myself, I get in trouble. Or, you know, I push the boundaries and you know, I don't know. I don't even know what that means, to tell you the truth. You know, what do you mean by boring? I don't know. I think I do a lot of good fun things, and I want to do a lot of good fun things. It's just try to surround yourself with people that want to do the same things. You know, and the reason why I say I'm probably boring is because, you know, you talk to, you know, obviously opposite sex plays a big role in men, you know, especially at my age, at 35, going to be 36 in a couple of weeks, right? To 18 to shit, whenever you're 60, right? What makes the world go around besides money? Is a hard time of like you try to talk to them, and it's like you put in all the effort, you reaching out all the time. It's like, you know, social media thing, I went completely dry, right? Text messages, dry. Besides my friends, I had a good buddy, high school buddy, best friend, best man. I went and called me today. It was great. He just thought of me, gave me a call, right? That's a good friend. You don't get that a lot, right? So that's good. And I should return that favor to other people, and I have, you know. But it's like, you know, when it comes to women, you know, dating a girl, met her at the gym. She went to Florida, came back. I texted her, hey, how was Florida? When you're free to hang out? Nothing. Ghosted. Right, another girl, same thing, right? Hung out, had a good time, had a kiss on the first date, texted her again, waited a couple days, another thing, no response, ghosted, right? All right, delete you out of my number, out of my life, right? So, same thing with Facebook at one time, you know, hey, you want to hang out? Oh yeah, I'd love to. Well, I'll let you know. All right, when are you free? When are you free? Right? Only send, you know, a text one or two times. I can pick up a hint pretty easily, and it's nothing, right? So, you know, I should, you know, kind of wrap this up back to my parents, is I should be fortunate that there are people that do reach out and do care, right? And I think with all this, you know, the only people that really truly are going to care is probably your family, a couple friends, maybe if you're lucky, right? The guy that called me, of course, yeah, he'd be one of them, right? Couple others potentially, right? For sure. You know, my daughter, right? But anybody else, right? A couple weeks, they're gonna forget about you, right? And I think that's probably the thing that worries me more about anything when it comes to like something happens or death, right? I'm rambling. I don't even know. I feel like I'm Donald Trump just rambling. Is being forgot, right? I think with my daughter that's not going to happen, but her being 6, going to be 7, right? It's still pretty early on in her memory, and I want to be here until she's, you know, 27 is the goal, right? So anyway, here's to health, wealth, and betterment, right? But yeah, that's my rambling. I'll try to do more dedicated videos. Maybe, I say that, but maybe, I don't know, life, right? Travel next week, maybe I'll do a video, and, you know, while I'm traveling, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, anybody that's stuck around this far, I appreciate it. Give me a like, give me a comment. Let me know if you're going through anything else similar, right? Got any questions, you know? Maybe it's health related, maybe it's fitness, maybe it's relationships. I don't care, right? Maybe you just need someone to talk to, right? That's fine too. I don't, you know, I generally get a good sense of value when I give people some joy, I guess, right? Lift their spirits a little bit. But yeah, give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe. I don't really care if you do or not. I'm not doing this for monetary purposes, just doing it for, you know, personal fulfillment, and hey, why not? So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Appreciate it.